So what else do we talk about? So these are the things. These are food for thought questions for intake people when they're in the class. Describe your process, right? What's your process? What's your intake process? What does it look like? And then what's your process for following up with potentials and people that didn't sign up, people that met with you or wanted to think about it? All these things.
Right.
What is your process?
Do they just get left cold?
99% of them do,
Wow. Yep.
right? And here's the other thing. Law firm owners, there are competitors in their market that make them angry as to why they are kicking their ass revenue-wise month over month over month, right?
Right.
I don't know how many times I've heard it, John Smith Law Firm down the street from me, they did $3 million last month, and I did $300,000. And Smith is the crappiest lawyer I've ever met. He's horrible. So why is Smith doing $3 million a month and I'm doing $300,000 a year? It's because Smith, he may not be a better lawyer than you. He's just got better processes than you.
Interesting.
And he's kicking your butt because of his processes. You may be right. Smith may be a horrible lawyer, but he's kicking your butt where it really, really counts.
Now, I think that's interesting too, because when we're talking about numbers, and it's easy to go just throw out $1 million there. I think there's a really key reason the million's there, right? It's that once you hit that 7-figure marker, it's easier to make double, right?
Absolutely.
That first, and you always hear that. You hear it from entrepreneurs all over the place. The first million's the hardest. But all you do once you fix...
What's $1 million a year, and how much do you have to do in revenue monthly to hit $1 million? 83,000, 3,000, 83,000.
83,000?
Yeah, something like that. I think that's the math if you do it. If you do 83,333 a month, you'll do $1 million.
Wow.
That's how
I had
you should
no idea.
That's how you should break it down, right?
Yeah.
Write it down on a mirror. If million's your goal, write it down.
Yeah.
And break it down how much you have to do every day. Right? In a 20-day selling month, you have to do $4,000 a day or something. I mean, I'm just throwing these numbers out, but $1 million is $83,000 a month.
Well, I think it's like after you go through your course, this course here, after you go through it, in order to hit those big numbers and to just double your revenue, all you have to do is, okay, I'm taking this works, double it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like shampoo. What does the shampoo say? Lather, rinse, repeat?
Yeah.
Right?
Same thing. You want cleaner hair?
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Lather, rinse, repeat. Yep.
Right? Here's some other fun overview stuff that I share in week 1. The number one factor in converting more leads into signed clients for your firm is speed to lead, right?
Speed to lead. What is that?
Speed to lead. And I'll share some data with you as I move forward. Number one that we know about potential new clients, the average law firm prospect is calling 5 to 7 law firms to get someone to take their case. These are hard facts that we know. In some geographies, like LA County, they may be calling 10 lawyers.
Wow.
And why is that? That's because they go to Google, they say personal injury lawyer Los Angeles, and the first one comes up. They call that firm and they get voicemail. They hang up and they go to the next one on the list. They get a receptionist and they have to leave a message. They hang up and they go to the next one.
Right.
Okay? They'll keep calling until they talk to a human being.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Why is that? Because a lot of people in the industry are tire kickers. They're looking for free legal advice. So they'll keep calling. Okay?
How do you not lose money on those tire kickers? Does that go back to...
You have to have well-trained intake staff
yeah.
to keep the tire kickers away.
Right.
There
to
is
be able to recognize them.
There is no reason under the sun, and this is the other thing that's controversial that law firm owners fight me on and have done for years.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason under the sun for an attorney or owner of a law firm to ever, ever, ever talk to a potential new client. Ever.
Wow.
Why? Why do you think that is, Cam?
That's huge. I could take a guess. I know that most firms are doing that. So that's pretty game-changing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would say from my perspective is you should be revenue-focused as the owner. So you shouldn't be wasting your time with things like that. You should be paying somebody to waste their time with things like that, right?
Exactly. No, You're exactly right. The only reason a potential new client calls in and they'll do this. Red flag number one, I only want to talk to an attorney. This is Jane Smith. My life is over as I know it. I need to talk to a lawyer now. Jane is a tire kicker.
Right.
Okay? Put yourself in the potential new client's shoes. You want to talk to a human being who's going to help you solve your problem. And it doesn't have to be Attorney Jones, whose face is on the website and on the door.
Mm-hmm.
They want that director of first impressions, that first person that they talk to get them onto a path of getting their problem solved.
Right.
And the second you let potential new clients control the attorney's time, you may as well just close your doors.
Interesting.
The attorney should never talk to a potential new client. And the other reason,
Mm-hmm.
tire kickers, it's not the highest and best use of their time to be talking to potential new clients.
Mm-hmm.
Lawyers are really bad. And this is the other thing. They're really bad on the phone.
Right.
They don't know how to ask for the money, and they don't know how to control a call, and they give out too much information. Okay? I'm all about being a servant to the community.
Mm-hmm.
And some lawyers, that their pitch to me is, well, I like to give out free advice because it makes me feel good and dispense it in my community. Okay. That's just not very entrepreneurial.
No, it's not.
It's an excuse.
Yeah.
It's
No, absolutely.
Right?
It's absolutely an excuse. And I just think about when you're saying that, I like to give out the free things. I always like to bring it back home with your rent, right?
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, does it keep the heat on?
Nope.
Does it allow you to grow?
Nope.
Is it I'm sure you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Wouldn't you feel more warm and fuzzy if you were giving 200 grand to a cancer foundation
100%.
or what have you?
No, you're right. You're right on the mark.
Right? So I think it's investing the time to do more good.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You should be focused on client-facing activities. Never talk to a potential new client.
Right.
And that's why I teach this course, intake.
After they're already in your ecosystem?
Different conversation.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes. I have a whole strategy on how to use virtual assistants
Mm-hmm.
to do outbound client calls to all clients every month in your book of business. That will cut down on 90% of status phone calls that come in from clients.
Wow.
It's a different class.
All right. Well,
Right?
let's start with intake. I think it's the first.
It's a different class.
Yeah.
So the average prospect is calling 5 to 7 law firms, get someone to take their case, right?
Yeah.
All the good leads go first. How many times has a law firm owner called me through the years and said, Adam, the leads you're generating for me stink? Hundreds. And my first question for them is, how long does it take you to call a lead back?
Right.
Most of them say 24 to 48 hours, but again, I stand on data. It takes 3.6 days for a law firm to call a lead back. And I'll share this in the future in another slide here from a study that I participated in, why that's a losing proposition. You may as well not call them back
Yeah.
if you're going to wait 3.6 days, because all the good leads go first.
Mm-hmm.
Who goes first? TBI, right? Traumatic brain injury,
Mm-hmm.
death cases, right?
Right.
High net worth individuals looking to get a divorce, business owners looking to get a divorce, large estate plans go first, right? Go down
Right.
the list and think about what your ideal client looks like. Those people are gone if you don't have a plan and a strategy in how to convert them. And every single lead must be treated with care. That's what I teach in my class.
Amazing.